And I'm Kishima Francis. When I say big up and good night to our listeners, locally and internationally.
Well, I tell you, we got it local and we got it international tonight because our music artist is internationally. I mean, well, when I mean international, he'll be joining us from overseas. And of course, our very own Nesbeth is here with us in studio. And as I say, I always love the vibe when we're able to connect physically see the person in studio because it really is a different interaction versus a Zoom. I mean, as much as the convenience of the Zoom, it is really nice to have them.
And Nesbeth looking dapper as usual.
I said the man, the panapis are rich. This year, yes, man.
Which is right. Absolutely accurate. Hi, Nesbeth. Welcome. Look here.
No, I'm turn on him. Yeah, you go. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, man. Kashima. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's always a blessing to be inside of the studio of IRFM. A home away from home.
For real.
I really miss you. You know what I say? But
I am right there.
Yeah,
you feel the energy, though.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Oh, energy, you're right. Just say energy. Well, one of the things we want to do,
for real.
We want to ask our friends to follow us on social media pages. Instagram, IRIFM_JA, Twitter, IRI_FM, and join us on Facebook at just IRIFM. One of the main things that we'd pretty like to just let our listeners know that there is a candlelight vigil for Leonard Merciless Bartley. It's now underway right now. I think that's Turner's 4 Paths in Clarendon.
In Clarendon. What a sad situation, Bones. You know, just weeks after he was on the EBUZZ with us and he was so excited about the release of his upcoming album.
You know, because you didn't do the show with us last week because you had done other shows. We were talking about that, and I'm just remembering. I was just saying it to Nesbeth a while ago before we got on here. I wanted to get a biography from Merciless.
Merciless.
It take 2 days. I wanted to get a picture. It take another 2 days. You know why? Merciless said, I am going to go to a store, buy a new suit, take a picture, and I'm going to go to one of them photo lab and take a picture. And that take 2 days. So it was like a day and day on just working, right? Working with him. Yes, I see it. All right. So the memory of how we were talking about it, and he was, because we wanted to have him in studio. And remember, he had a show.
He had a session, yes, and a show.
And remember, he was just so glad to be on. And
absolutely. It was a really good vibe, lots of laughs and everything. He was in good spirits. That was something that we spoke about,
Yeah. And it really was a shock to hear his passing under the circumstances. So
sudden.
Very sudden. I got the call. I was the first one to get the call. And I was like, you're sure about that, brethren? It was Seki Wanda who called. And he says that he heard that Merciless had passed. I said, no, we can't do it like that. We need to get some confirmation. We need some information. And we went on and we went back and forth till we got somebody who was on the scene, who one of the people who found him and the security guard, and we got all of that information.
Tough situation.
It was rough. It was rough. It was a shock.
And also, did you know that this day, our very own Mighty Mike, he would have celebrated his 63rd birthday, and it has been 10 years since his passing.
Rest in peace. You see, boy, may I tell you, not
Gone
a stalwart.
but not forgotten.
It may be 10 years, but I think by far, when Mighty Mike's passing happened, he
Let him mercy. Mighty Mike, stepping up in life and doing the things that right.
That's right. I tell you.
Mighty.
He had probably the biggest dead yard me ever see. I don't know.
Shabba Ranks was there. It was really, really wild.
Thousands in the yard jammed up because he was very instrumental in their careers. Rest in peace, Mighty Mike. And that was another sad story. How he
It was. I remember it clearly. It was a Thursday. I was doing the presenter's duty list. And, at that point I was saying, Mighty has never been late for work, ever. So persons were calling to say, what happened? Mighty's not there. And I thought that, look, I made an error because Mighty has never been late for work. So that was really a tough situation. but we still have him in our thoughts and our memories, After EBUZZ, Mighty would also call me and say, yeah, man, good show, me like that, So it was that kind of relationship that we had.
I wanted to kind of revert to Merciless because his vigil is on the way as we speak. I think Trilla, his nephew, is on the line with us. So let's have a conversation with Trilla. Trilla, welcome to EBUZZ.
And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Trilla, big up yourself. Condolences to the family, my brother. Merciless was loved. And one of the nicest things, Kishima and Trilla, is all the entertainment events that I've gone to. They had such a tribute to him. Sumfest Sound Clash, 30 seconds of silence, everything lock off. Dance all night, silence again, and tributes upon tributes to Merciless everywhere you go. Trilla, can you give us a little bit about your fondest memory of your uncle and give us an update on the vigil, what's happening tonight?
Well, so far, the memories are numerous. Numerous memories, numerous memories. One of my thing that I really, really remember and admire him for was his level of kindness. I attended Michael Teachers College back in the days, and he made it mandatory for every Sunday to bring my rice and gungo with brown stew fish. He never missed a Sunday, And every time he come, I always have some joke or something to tell you, give us some joke.
Of course.
Always have a joke to share with you. So these memories, as I said, it's a plethora of memories, man. A whole lot of memories. They're numerous, but the thing, as I said before, is the level of kindness that he showed to everyone he met. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from.
Oh, true.
Now, as we speak, the vigil is basically on its way now. A barrage of people there, coming to show their last respect in terms of just supporting, giving tribute. That Mafia is kind of hosting it. So he's there now, managing proceedings as it relates to who gets to give tribute. He's showing some videos, snippets of him, at different stage shows, mama cooking videos, and persons, giving tribute generally.
I know his passing absolutely hit friends and fans, and we can absolutely just imagine how the family is coping with his sudden passing. How is his mom?
Well, she's still in New York now, but they brought the news to her gently as they could. But I think there's this mother-son connection. I think so strong. They told her, she said, me didn't know a long time, and I think me an idiot, just like that. And we were fearing the worst that she was. Apparently, there's some level of connection because immediately she told them that she had a dream that a picture of him fell down off the dresser and broke. She said something not right. So it's that level of connection she had with him. Trust me. So we trying to protect her. Basically, she was the one protecting us. But honestly, there's a level of numbness in the family. A level of numbness. As if we're listening for a call from him tomorrow. I say, oh, no, call me so long. Oh, no, big bad uncle, no call me. Oh, no, call me. That type of thing. I'm listening to hear that call. Honestly, I'm listening to hear that call. The numbness just overcrowd the sadness right now. We can't even feel the real sorrow because it's as if we can't come to grips, put it that way.
It's still very hard to process.
Yeah. Can imagine. I know, is it, have the family finalized funeral arrangements or it's still early, still working through that?
Arrangements. We are still waiting on the police and the authorities to do the autopsy and everything. So we have not gone to that
level.
We're waiting on that. But we are just doing the vigil now and waiting on the authorities to give us the go ahead to make the necessary arrangements.
All right, Trilla, one of the things I wanted to find out from you, the vigil that's happening now, is it open to the public and how long will it be going on for, and if somebody wants to make their way there? So tell us.
Yes, sure. It's open to the public. In fact, there's also one in New York presently as we speak, Mount Vernon. Yes, there's one going on there now as we speak also. And this one though, the local one is at Turner's, Chapelton, Clarendon. It's 10 minutes drive outside of Maypen town if you're coming from Maypen. 10 minutes drive outside of Maypen if you're coming from Frankfield. So once you reach Chapelton, it's 2 minutes or less drive.
Wow.
So
okay.
it's
quite
open to the
central.
public. A lot of persons are there,
And if anybody is in that area and wants to come up and pay their respects, they're free to do so.
As I said, Dan Mafia is there now, basically. Moderating the proceedings is, ensuring that things are according to plan.
Okay.
Members from my grandmother's church are there also, giving their support, doing the prayers, and things are going on. But as I said, we're just saddened at the occasion that would have caused us to gather in this manner, But
right,
we still have to be here for each other, lend support, and to the family members who have reached out to us, friends, promoters, artists, the outpouring of love and support, man, has been great. And, I want to use this opportunity to publicly thank everybody who has done so thus far and are still continuing to make the calls, reaching out to the family, lending the support because we're a tightly bond unit, and he never comes to country and don't visit some people.
Right.
And the old people, they always find some time to sit down and chat with them, reason with them, and come back and share some story about when he went down to this place or that place.
Right.
Wow.
The memories are numerous, man. The memories are numerous. And I know there are persons who would have been there now, giving some tributes of some history things between him and them back in the days when they were boys. And, because he's very adventurous. Very adventurous. Very kind, very loving,
It's so sad on his passing because he had such talent, he had such a personality, and of course he really got around. Everybody knew him. I mean, on a personal level, they knew him. They knew him as a star, of course, but they knew him on a personal level, and he also had a different relationship with everybody. Always good, always jovial, always lending advice, and always very kind.
Always rhyming.
And timing.
Always rhyming.
Timing and finding.
I think humanity has lost a soldier. The fraternity has lost a soldier also, and the family has lost another one. That he's just the type of person you can't stay mad at him. You cannot stay mad at him.
No, sir.
You cannot stay mad at him.
So does he make you laugh?
If he comes to Clarendon and something is not right and him cuss and him met nice and him all and say, sorry, I beg to that. And go for you, man.
That's him.
Just like that. That's it. And he doesn't hold grudges. He doesn't hold grudges.
No, once him say it, him done.
Him done. That's it.
Him done. That's true. That much I know about him.
Trilla, we really appreciate you taking time out to get us up to speed with what's happening. The family waiting on an autopsy. No date has been set yet for the funeral, and a candlelight vigil happening tonight. Again, our condolences to the family and sending love and light to you and the family. Thank you so much for sharing.
Much appreciated, man. And thanks for reaching out.
Trilla, big up yourself.
Yeah, man,
yes,
give thanks.
Thanks. Big up, enough love every time. So that's Trilla, the nephew of Merciless.
Merciless.
Giving us an update on what's happening and just kind of sharing his memory. Well, life is hard, but it does move on. And one party me want to go right now, to tell you the truth.
Before you go to the party, guess what? Did you hear new information? The Deputy Commissioner of Police, Fitz Bailey, has confirmed that Constable Noel Maitland was arrested by members of CTOC in Kingston today in relation to the disappearance of 24-year-old Donnelly Donaldson. He adds that there is currently no evidence linked to the female district constable to the disappearance of the social media influencer. And of course, Constable Maitland, who is also a music producer, he was arrested following what's being described as a marathon case review session with the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, last night. So that's the latest with that situation.
Wow. And of course, we have a party. There's another striking piece of news we want to tell people, but we also have a big up right now. And of course, it's about Mello Vibes. It's a big party every year. I think it's going to be at a different venue. It's usually in Kingston, but I know tonight, this year is going to be at Pier 1 in Montego Bay. We're going to be talking to Omar Perrin. Omar, welcome to the EBUZZ.
Thanks for having me.
Omar, look like you guys have done a lot of changes. What's happening? Give us the whole lowdown or all the information you can on Mello Vibes.
All
All right. I didn't know that Jamaica is celebrating 60, and we are celebrating our 21st anniversary.
Right.
Yeah, as an event. So we decided to take the event across the island to Montego Bay for the very first.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where will it be?
Man. It will be at Pier 1 Montego Bay.
In terms of the admission, can you give us some details with regards to that? Can we get tickets only at the gates, or do you have outlets?
No, we have outlets. We have Pier 1, and we have Smokies by the Sea, and the ticket prices are, not unlike Kingston, it's $1,000. Pre-sold and $2,000 at the gate, and VIP, which is normally a little bit more in Kingston, it's $5,000. We're introducing the brand to Mobay, so we're giving them a treat.
I tell you something. Those parties, those 70s, 80s, 90s, those older retro parties, they are gathering such a big following. There's always there's a big following for it already. But that following, it's growing so large, because there was us one there the other day, and it had a big following also.
Yes, that's true.
So,
and
Mello
people
Vibes
really go out there to drop a leg. Like, you go to Mello Vibes and you expect to dance, from you enter the venue up until you're leaving.
Yeah.
Who are the DJs you have on the bill?
Well, we have Mobay's own Turbo.
Nash, yes.
Nash.
Nash Lawson, yes.
Yes, we have. Yeah, he's on the bill.
Yep.
We have DJ Marvin.
Bad DJ, yeah.
Yeah, man, bad DJ. DJ Ice, and we have DJ Delana from Renaissance, and he's celebrating his birthday. So he's gonna play hits after hits of all those Renaissance dubs.
Look here, that is a party not to be missed. Date, and of course, what time should people come out to really get a Mello vibe?
It is on July 30, and the gates will open on time, 9 p.m., and it will go on for a little. And you can just consider yourself just be dancing non-stop from you enter through the gate, non-stop dancing, free flow by the bar, because Pier 1 is only in the bar, so liquor will be flowing non-stop.
Right.
The VIP, if you want, for $5,000, you can drink all you can. No, drink responsibly in the VIP. So whichever one you choose, it will be hassle-free. The bars will be well-stocked, and you just come out to have a good time. Pier 1, for the first time Mello Vibes after 21 years. And more so, we're celebrating 60. Come out and dance. It's a holiday weekend, so just come out to have a great time.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, it does sound like a good vibe. Before you leave us, remind us again who, what, when, where.
It's Mello Vibes, Pier 1, Mobay. It's on July 30, and it will be a party not to be missed in this side of the world.
Me not miss it. You'll see me there. Probably have me. I go let me open the gate. Trust me.
Tony's been calling asking why when it's coming back to Mobay, and I said take a drive down, and I'm saying all right. And they've been booking the tickets.
No, man,
booking the rooms.
Mello Vibes is a brand, so it's not a strange party. So we know it's going to be awesome. Big up yourself, Omar. We wish you all the best for the event.
And thanks for having me. Thank you.
All right, respect.
All right. So there you have it. That's Mello Vibes going to your city, Bones.
Yes, of course. And I'm going to be there, shake a leg, break a leg, do something. I'm going to have some fun.
Just shake a leg.
Yeah,
shake a leg.
Trouble. Yeah. And of course, one of the things with Reggae King, speaking about shaking a leg or breaking a leg, in terms of his whole story,
paralysis.
It is so sad. I know,
but remember, he did, because shortly after the incident, remember, he spoke with us on the EBUZZ.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Even though he shared some information, he didn't give us the full details. And you can just imagine at that point how the changes must have been drastic. You go from one day walking around and moving around freely to not being able to do some of the things that you're able to do on your own.
I'm just wondering, is it permanent? Is it something that he
did say that he's hopeful that he will walk again. And that in itself is, to me, a great mindset, because sometimes mindset can change a lot of things, just mindset matters. So the fact that he's thinking positively and he's hopeful, let's wish him all the best. And, he's doing his therapy, and
I think
it can happen.
He will walk again. Ragging King, you go walk and link me and say bless up because I saw your style. And of course, he has an album that will be available on pre-order on August 5, 2022. And of course, we just wish him all the best. And once his album drops, support it. Just go out and support the album.
Absolutely. And Coffee again, she has made former U.S. President Obama's summer playlist
for the third
time. And this time her track is Pull Up. So it's a good look.
Yeah, she did well at Sumfest too. She did a really good.
What was your overall? Because we didn't talk about it. I know you probably mentioned it last week, Reggae Sumfest 2022. What stood out for you?
To be honest with you, there were so many things that stood out. The performances, I think the camaraderie with a lot of the artists. Some of them were too, a little bit. But one of the things that stood out to me is the amount of people who just wanted to get on that stage, wanted to be on that platform. And a lot of their colleagues, they really moved like a family and they called out each other. So, I don't know, call out this one or somebody call out another one. They had some challenges on the dance hall night where in the day there was a freak rainstorm in Montego Bay. It rained and it damaged some things backstage. I think there was like a tent that blew down and there was some electrical stuff that happened. And although they had those challenges, I mean, you could go backstage, you've been there. So when you're back there, there's a certain look the backstage has. They didn't have it, but they were trying their best to get it fixed up. And they did. And the show went on. The venue was increased by 25% in terms of how they've configured it now. So it would hold more people. And when they added 25% more space to that venue, it was a full house. I mean, full on Friday night. Saturday night, full again.
Wow. And then on Monday, Big A was telling me that kudos to the organizers because the band changes weren't as lengthy as in previous years.
Well, some efforts were made on that front because everything now is digital. So what happens is the infrastructure, the basic things that you need to set up the band needs to be just on stage all the time. And what the other bands need to do is plug in. So they have their set up already. What they're
stationary,
right? So they go in and they plug in. So it really wasn't as long. But where the band change would have really affected everything would have been on Saturday night because you had every major artist with their own band. On Dancehall Night, Rough Cut Band and maybe Warrior Love were maybe two main bands that pretty much backed the whole show.
So it was less hectic.
Yeah, and the shows, and they were there were way more acts. So. But it was good, and they were just great performances. But of course, the Saturday night, the boss, chairman of the board, man, he really ripped that place into pieces. They really enjoyed it.
What about the Dave Kelly tributes for you?
To be honest with you, I know I'm getting old.
Don't tell me you fell asleep.
No, man, I couldn't keep up.
Jaja.
Yeah, well, I think Sham came on and said that they were supposed to come on. It was late though. It came on a little
like at midnight, but they came on at 2.
Right. Yeah, it was late. So I only was able to watch it online. But what I saw was absolutely amazing. I mean, Frisco Kid, Louis Culture, I would say Wayne Wonder, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man. It was just...
It was an awesome synergy based on what I observed, so that was a good look. And happy that it is Jamaica's biggest festival celebrating our music and our culture. So it's great that the people turned out in their numbers to support it, and especially since it has been down, since being affected by the pandemic. So it's great that persons came out and supported our music, our festival.
Absolutely true what you're saying, because it's our brand. And what I realized, there was a lot of COVID fatigue. People tired. They wanted to get out. And let me tell you, everybody who I know was there. Uncle Nesbeth may never say, but he may probably up in VIP.
Nesbeth was there. I mean, he shared his video with coffee.
I didn't see that.
Nesbeth, what was your take on Sumfest? Reggae Sumfest 2022. Was it what you were expecting?
I think it was even more than what I was expecting.
Not true.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was really good. It was really
because I wasn't booked for it because I didn't know that I would be in Jamaica around about this time.
Right.
But for some reason, beyond my control,
You're here.
I am here. And so, my empress say, Nesbeth, I could go watch the show. And normally, a show of such nature, if I'm not on it, it really encouraged me to go and watch it.
Right.
But anyway, I stepped in a direction that I've never done before. It was my first time experiencing Sumfest without being on the stage. So
as a patron.
Yes, I seen it from that angle. Trust me, I was even asking myself how I do not see much more artists come out to support the fraternity. Because I was seeing it from an angle that you would have to go there as an artist that is not working to see it from the angle I was seeing it. It's my first time ever going to Sumfest, not being on the bill. And so it's a totally different experience. I enjoyed everybody's performance because I know the anxiety. I know the anxiety that leads up to the event.
Right.
Sumfest is one of those nerve-wracking shows. It's like you want to be there, but when time you get there, it's like everything is just moving so fast. You want to go on the stage. So honestly, I know that there's a lot of artists that thinks that they could have done better, but nevertheless, they would have done their best. And I know that there's artists that walk away and say, yeah, piece of cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the long and short of it is that I watch it and I think it was really a wonderful show. I have to say thumbs up to the organizing body for putting forward such an event. And I have to say kudos to the patrons that came out in their numbers.
Trust me.
And I am happy that I took the time out to go there because, again, I now see a different side of Sumfest, a side that I wouldn't have seen if I was on the show.
And that viewpoint you just took, Nesbeth, all of us can attest to that. Because Kishima and I, or a bunch of us, would be always backstage covering it.
And not just backstage, because can I tell you something? When you watch a performance from General, not VIP, not backstage, but in general, it's a whole different vibe again. So when I am doing my Reggae Sumfest coverage, I like to flip between the different spaces just to see how an artist is able to ignite the crowd and the reaction and the feeling. And general is a different vibe.
And it is a much more interactive vibe in general because normally the majority of the crowd is back in the general side of the thing. But the beauty we have, Nesbeth and Kishima, is that we are able to see it from both sides because we were probably just backstage seeing that same artist prepping mentally to go on. And then we walk off and say, okay, me go watch him.
Yeah, man. So nobody tell you, every artist, you could have big little more. Once you have to work a stage of such, there's things that is going on in your head that you can't explain.
I tell you.
You want to go there, and your aim is to do the best you can ever do. A lot of artists, people, when you watch them, and sometimes they are not up to your expectation.
Right.
It wasn't something that they had planned. Because sometimes some little shift can go on for some reason, and it just don't turn out the way in which they probably wanted to. But again, as I said, I have to lift my hat to just about every artist that was on the bill.
Well, man.
And I am happy that I could able to, because when I was watching the show, I was watching the artist performing, and I was looking in the crowd as well, because I definitely want to see the level of connection between the artist and the crowd. But again, I walk away with so much, and trust me, and I go see it play out in the music.
Not true.
In studio and on stage. So the experience,
that's awesome.
then I go get thrown on one side.
No, I really, and being backstage, one of the most memorable moments because there's an artist there, Yaxter. And Yaxter and I were having a conversation just before he's going to go on stage. And he must say, Bones, may I go up there and do my thing, Then all of a sudden, I see a man bring a goat. Dress up the goat, Come behind him and say, So what is? And he just looked at the goat and said, "May I come talk to you, but don't buck me." And the man the goat did. It looked like the goat was his co-star, so he man the goat walked there. And
that's even just the level of creativity that a Reggae Sumfest stage show bring to the space, because fans are expecting a little more than just the artist coming on stage to deliver the song. Yes, they want it to sound like how you are on your track, but they want a little bit more. They want a performance, They want to see the excitement. So kudos to Yaxter and other persons who think outside the box and brought something a little extra.
Most entertainer I would have seen, because it's one of my first. Most of the entertainer, most of the artists that grace the stage,
right,
is like in some way they try to bring a show to the show. And that is not something you would have normally see. If you see a one artist on the stage that try to, bring something new as it relates to how they present their set on a Sumfest stage, if there's 100 artists on it, I would have seen at least 80% that tries to bring a show to the show. Yes, I have
That's
to say
nice.
thumbs up,
Yeah, I must tell you too. When you get a package like what Sumfest presented for all the nights, I mean the Sound Clash night cannot be discounted. It was a wicked clash. There were some parts of it where people, the MC was saying, look, they can't play any profanity.
So songs were getting disqualified for playing profanity?
Yeah, the only problem we did have with that still is that there's a time and place. And, most dub plate in a sound man, I don't know which dub plate, if it's a hardcore sound clash, not have no bad word or any thing in it. But they censored that, and it kind of, one bad word get away, And we say, lift up the dancing and Nesbeth, the one. And then
because with that kind of censorship though in a sound clash, you're not going to get the authenticity of it, because the Jamaican bad words help to make it colorful. Like that's what the sound clash is about. Yeah. So then again, you have to also look at sponsors, because when sponsors come in, they're going to try to regulate it so much that it loses its authenticity. Does it worth it?
Well,
is it worth it?
That was a conversation we were having there, because this is toasting, this is creativity, and I know a lot of those sound systems cut dubs just for that night. And dubs are an investment, they're not cheap, and you have to go out there, and some of those say, we go, and them aim them specifically for the same sound on stage, or vice versa, and them lick too bad, and they had to be censored. But they had to come upstairs and they'd say, boy, we have to do this in respect of our sponsors, so we can't do that. So that was the only issue I had. But, and of course, Bass Odyssey came out on top. It was good.
Well, big up to Bass Odyssey, big up to Keith Walford.
Keith? Yeah. And of course, and then it just transitioned. The vibe from there went to Friday night, which is a dancehall night. Me, I tell you, place packed so they couldn't pack no more. And then Saturday night, pack again. Pack. So it was a very good showing for Sumfest this year. Very, very good.
That's really awesome. Really awesome.
So we're going to be getting ready. We're going to be talking to our music artist shortly. His name is,
and then we're going to come back with more with Nesbeth, our main artist tonight.
And
yeah.
I want to big up big manager, management.
Yeah, oh wow.
He's here with us.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Because that's one of my questions, for Nesbeth, how is your manager, how is he and all of that. So really glad to know that he is in the building tonight.
Let me tell you how he is.
That says it all.
I'll tell you how he is. If his age was a transmission, it would be stuck in reverse. The man look young and look well and look strong. So, as I saw him when I drove in, I said, Bridget, you're there. Glad to see you, man. And he's ready saying to take on the road. Him say him depend it with a serious vengeance this year. So
wow, big up yourself and bless up, man. Really happy for that. Yeah, good news that.
No, man, I was really glad to see him. And him look well. Look to see him. Look to see him. Not doing him. Just ready to work. So
that's good.
Ready to work. So we're getting ready to talk to our music artist. We're just trying to find out what's happening in terms of, because he's overseas. So we're going to try to get the Zoom link on. But in the meantime, Nesbeth is here. Nesbeth, we understand that this is a 2-year hiatus of entertainment. Literally, we did lockdown. How did you manage for the 2 years?
Well, we sit down and anticipate the time for the door open back again. We sit down and I listen to the radio and I watch the media.
Right.
And understand, say, yo, yeah, hear me. Every time it look like it has slowed down, it catch a speed. But nevertheless, we're well prepared. We're prepared mentally.
Right.
So everything would have a flow, you know, because at the end of the day, it is challenging times. I'm not going to sit here and act as if it wasn't, because it was challenging. It is challenging for just about everyone in every sector.
So true.
Because the world was going at this fast pace and all of a sudden they're in a slow motion. You know what I say? So the thing about it is, you know, it was worrying. Yeah. And then when you have great responsibilities and then you have plans and you never saw it coming, because when the COVID took me a jump in at the mix, I was supposed to go to Dubai, Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
And it was my first time going those places.
Yeah, Far East. Yeah,
I'm sit down and wait and I count down the days them. And about like 3 weeks before.
It was gone. I mean, you buy your sheet and you think if you wrap your head and go down there, not true?
No, I never buy no sheet for wrap.
You never bother with that.
Leave him alone.
They have trouble.
But can you imagine seeing these places on TV? It's not like we're not flying or so many places, but when still, there's a virgin territory, you definitely want to go to, not only because you've been hearing about Saudi Arabia, been hearing about Dubai,
Qatar, and
those 1 week in Dubai, you know, and then move on to Saudi Arabia, and then we were supposed to leave Saudi Arabia and go to Uppsala Festival, and that is in somewhere in Europe.
Right,
it's in Europe. And it was like 3 weeks before we jet off. You know, the whole Corona thing jumping and
everything just.
So you know, say.
I had to serious reset.
Down payment, and so I have to just go and keep it until them
ready.
Besides, you know. But the long and short of it is that, of course, you know, when time one doors close, many more is open. So if it was that I would have been on the road, now we start spend time in the studio. Right. And I see how best we can put together some timeless music, because at the end of the day, that's what Nesbeth is about. And I choose timeless music over music of the time. And I'm not throwing any stone to anybody who choose music of the time.
Right.
But that's just not me. I am for the timeless.
And I'm going to tell you, we have to take this time. We're going to be talking to our music artist right now, because we have him online. And this is Phil Watkis, a brother who has been putting out some great music, and we want to find out what's happening with him and tell us what's the inspiration behind all this great work that he's putting out. Phil Watkis, welcome to the EBUZZ, my brother. How are you, sir?
Blessings. I'm saying, ladies first. Yes. Tishima, bless up yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, bless up yourself.
Big up to the artists in the place. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. How y'all doing?
But you're no stranger to the music industry at all. But for persons who are seeing you perhaps for the first time and will be hearing more about you tonight, give us 3 words to describe Phil Watkis.
Right.
Family, loving, life. I mean, 3 words. Goodness. I think that's it.
Family, love, and life.
All
right.
Nature, life, love. And that's all the same thing.
You know, I think when you said 3 words, you know, you did want 3 verse, but that really works.
You know, a whole heap of things.
So, Phil, tell us what you're promoting. What is you've been around. You took a hiatus. Why the hiatus? You're back now, and when you're back, this is kind of a couple prong question we're giving you now. You took a hiatus. Tell us why, and then you're back, and then why are you back? What are you promoting?
Well, I take the time out to really take care of my old lady.
Yeah.
She fell ill. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, and, you know, take the time to nurture, try to bring her back to health. You know, got some progress. However, I did end up losing her in the long run. You know, she passed away last year, September.
Wow.
The 16th of September. God bless her soul. You know what I
God
mean?
bless her soul. Rest in peace.
And, you know, family and the youth them and everything. You know, I'm doing what she'd want me to do.
Right.
To push forward and, you know, put my talent out there. You know, because the first guitar I got in music, she bought my first guitar. That was 2001. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. So right now, I've been pushing some singles since the beginning of the year. As a matter of fact, last year, October, the 1st of October, I released Kick It With You. And on January 27th, I released Lion. Lion was produced by my brethren from Earth Cry Band. And then we released Never Search. And then the single that we're running with right now is called Easy.
Sweet tune.
Yeah. And Easy will be a part of your album Resurrection.
Yes. What?
Oh, you mean?
But let me ask you this though. Like in doing the research, I was going through your social media and I stumbled on this. When there is a solid message in music, it will transcend beyond any particular era. And this is a part of a caption that you shared. Describe for us a little bit about your album Resurrection, and will it contain music that fits this description that you posted? Timeless.
So that caption that you've read from that post.
Right.
A lot of people never wake up this morning, never live to see today. For once whenever he judge a warning, never live to see today. Well, I deal with life music.
See.
And life music, once like the artist said before, Nesbeth said, you know, him the deal with music of the now, the timeless music.
Right.
Talk about things that is relevant and, you know what I mean, things that is happening, that people can resonate with people on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? It'll keep going forever. So to address the resurrection, it'll be compact with a lot of those type of messages. And that's all Phil Watkis been doing since I got started in the music, officially 2004.
A long time.
That's been a long while, man.
The track Easy, that's the one that I got and fell in love with it. Tell us a little bit about how did that song come about, and we'd love to give our listeners a taste of that particular song. But tell us how the song came about, and then we'll play it here.
I was in the studio, in my recording studio, in Fort Lauderdale with my brethren, Goldie.
Is that Goldie? Yeah, I know Goldie. Yeah.
Willie Francis' son. Oh, what a minute.
Right, right.
Classmate, we go to school together from Excelsior High School, you know, from them time. So we're in the studio and we're writing a song and I look on him and he said, Jed, you know, the music thing not really hard, you know. It's simple. You know, we don't have to complicate our mind when we're writing music. Yeah, me do something, say to him, say, yeah, me know, my brother. And I said to him, I just did a whole vibe and say, yes, I take it easy, easy and a whole vibe.
Rap. I tell you.
So I said, go, let me do that one. And I said, no, man, them tune you want to sing them song, man. Like how D Brown sing, easy, take it easy.
Right.
You know? All right. So I did it. I released it on the Insurrection album.
Right.
Yeah. And then, you know, a brethren and I were going over the songs and I said, Phil, there's some great material on this album. I think you can revamp some of them, take out a little bit here, a little piece here, give a different mix and reintroduce it to the people. And because what you think is old,
yes,
a lot of people still haven't heard it. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I did. So I revive it, give it a remix. And as a matter of fact, this song was actually remixed by Chronic's little brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. Universal, man. Powerful little engineer.
Yes, yeah, Universal.
Yeah, so you know what I want to ask you though, Phil? You're talking about the easiness of the song, and so too is the video. Was it deliberate to just have the video strictly Phil Watkis, just you and nature?
Yeah, I mean, I had a concept in mind where, you know, we want to be on an open area, like a field area where we're cooking food, kids playing, and doing that vibe. But then again, you know, to get everybody on a Monday morning while school was still going on, I'm in Jamaica at the time, I said, you know what? Just let nature work itself. We just went up by Langley Estate up there in St. Andrew up in Woolen Spring or one of them places up there, like heading to St. Mary's side. Yeah? And we'll go up on the hillside up on the place and we just shoot the video and just whatever. We just use what we have. You know, just me, nature, life, and love and everything, you know?
And that was easy. It was an easy vibe because you did get that kind of vibe.
I want to hear Easy. What do you say? I want to hear it right here. So, Phil, here's what I want you to do. Introduce Easy in your style, and we'll play it here in the studio at Irie.
Well, for all the people out there that's listening, there's one message I have to share with you tonight. There's a killer out there that will never face a prison time. Do you know what that killer is? That killer is called, I guess you don't know. That killer is called Mr. or Sister Stress.
So true.
So my advice to you in life is take it
easy. Take it easy, easy and a whole vibe. Come on, I got to take it easy, easy and give thanks for life. Ooh, yes, I take it easy, easy and a whole vibe. Oh, Jah, yes, I take it easy, easy and give thanks for life. Boo, 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 boy. No time to stress, no time to strain. Worry about them things I can't change now. Oh, but I cook, the kids them a play. We're joyful every day and take it easy, easy and a whole vibe. Oh yes, oh we take it easy, easy and give thanks for life. Whoa, 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 boy, oh easy, easy and a whole vibe. Come on, I got to take it easy, easy and give thanks for life. Yeah, it makes no sense to sit and cry. Oh no, lift up your spirit, whoa, up so high. Search on deep within and know that Jah is real. Whoa, look around, my friend, and surely you will feel. And take it easy, easy and a whole vibe.
Wicked tune, wicked easy.
Simplicity, you know.
So
That's
simple.
fun.
With such effect. But Phil, I think you were talking to us. You were talking to me about another tune that you have in the works that you would like to have along with Easy. Tell us the name of that one and how did that one come about?
Test of Time.
Test of Time.
Yeah, man. Test of Time now. It's a virgin, some virgin from Europe. You know, said this ad going around where they talk about leasing beats.
Yeah.
And, you know, I did took the package earlier, and you know, it wasn't so much. Got a package about 4 beats, and one night I was outside, you know, smoking a spliff and listening to the beats, and I just come back inside the studio and I walk inside the studio and I, you know, I hold on my head like this and you know, and then all the beat was telling me, standing to the test of time, that's how the best will shine. No need to rush, just take your time. Oh, I got a faith. I'm going to leave it right there, so the energy just forward. You know, that's how the song them come all the time.
See.
You know?
We're looking
it feels
forward.
generic anytime I have to pick up a pen and paper and write down something. It just flows naturally from me. It's like, you know, and I just go back and hold a vibe. But that night, the entire meditation just forward.
See.
You know what? Just listening to you talk about your songs, the way you write, you wanting to do music with a message, you being in the business since 2004, you said the business itself can be really rugged and rough. What is your inspiration, Phil, that keeps you going? Because, you know, sometimes it may feel as if positive and conscious music does not get the shine that it deserves. but what keeps you going and keeps you focused on this path of consciousness, regardless of what's happening?
So coming from 2018, and I was on tour. 2018 on tour in Europe.
Right.
Leaving Denmark, going to UK, going to do an interview at a radio station. When I went to the radio station, a virgin walked over to me and he hugged me. I just started crying. I'm like, who is this stranger? This man just hugged me and just started crying.
Right.
And him holding by my shoulder and eased me off and put me to sit down and was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm say, yeah. Blessed. But what go on? Him say, I was going through for the past 4 years, the roughest years of my life. And you have a song called Bless Our Souls, Jah. That song kept me alive. That song gave me hope. Renew my spirit so I can live again. So when I hear messages like those from people, I hear testimonials like that from people. How can I worry about anything else but keep on making music that is going to heal and transform people's life?
Right.
Fame and stardom, all the chandelier and the bright light, if that should happen, it will happen. But as long as I can create a positive impact in people's life, that is more than enough to keep me going. And that song that I'm talking about, as a matter of fact, that song, I entered a popular song competition in 2004. Bless our souls, Jah. Bless our souls, Jah. Bless our souls, Jah. Guide us along the way. I did that song, you know what I mean? So, and song like No My Friends, I still get played to this day.
Right.
Well, Rastafari, let me know my friends and all my folks.
Well, you're full of song. Full of song, youth. Phil, who is management for you? Like, with all this great material that you're putting out and people hearing it right now on Roots Rocking Reggae Radio, IRA FM, tell us who's management and tell us your social media handles. How can we reach you?
Okay, so everything is done by Radical Roots Records, CEO Philip Watkis, that's me.
Right.
You know,
okay.
And my artist name, Phil Watkis, PhilWatkis.
Right.
And that's on all digital platforms, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, I am executive producer behind all of these magical work, and I partner up with my brethren from Serbia, Vladimir. You know what I mean? You know,
awesome.
But yeah, Phil Watkis is
you have a release date for the album, and are there any collaborations we can look out for, or is just straight Phil Watkis?
It's straight Phil Watkis on the album, you know, and we're looking forward to September. I'm watching to see what's going on around September, because I see some big figures looking to drop album, like Stick Figures and them people. And you know it going. You know what I mean? You drop album in a time when all of the bright light is shining. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're really looking around to pick that specific date and the perfect time to drop that album.
And I'm sure when you do that, you would let us know so that we can.
You guys will be the first to know.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Sir.
Phil, we wish you all the best, and, you know, keep doing it. And Test of Time. Well, now I have those songs. I didn't have them before. So I'll absolutely include it with my playlist.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
Phil Watkis.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, brethren. Enough love.
You know what, no?
Yeah,
I want to give respect to all of the Senton Massive, because the biggest reggae radio station in the world, in the parish I'm on born. I come from a place called Brownstown, up the little hillside.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
PLM, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's up at Brownstown, Orange Hill.
What you say?
To be exact, right behind York Castle High School. Right around this, you know what I mean? I didn't place them fought from. You see it?
See that? Never even know that.
Wow.
Big up yourself, Phil.
Big up, Phil.
Respect. Keep the music flowing, my boss. See?
Non-stop.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Thanks for having me here tonight.
Pleasure having you. Pleasure having you, sir. Respect. every time. That's Phil Watkis, our music artist this week, and a man with a lot of material, a lot of powerful
and
words.
very passionate about his music, you know.
Right.
On paper, you know, you see Phil Watkis and you see Nesbeth, but then in the theory, the practicality of it, they both have, you know, similar energies and similar vibe and that consciousness and positivity. So, you know, just seeing everything materialize, because on paper it's a whole different story. You're just seeing names and words, but then based on what we've been talking about with Nesbeth and now Phil, and we're back with Nesbeth now to have deeper and further conversations.
All right, big up Phil. We're going to take a break, and then when we forward, Nesbeth.
It's Tile Arcade. Grand opening sale starting May 2nd. New location, Bogue Industrial Estate beside Mavi Santa Builders. Sale on wall tiles, floor tiles, porcelain, and more. Call or WhatsApp 807-8840. The Tile Arcade, creating beautiful homes. The time by Tile Arcade is...
It is 9:30 p.m. If you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ and our very special guest tonight. We just spoke to Phil Watkis, our music artist, and of course, our main artist tonight is... none other than
Nesbeth.
None other than Nesbeth in the building. When we say that, because you know Nesbeth have a tune with Bounty Killer. All of we're going to talk about.
Who responsible? We're not get there yet.
We don't even reach us yet.
No, Nesbeth was just talking about, you know, the pandemic and how you know, he had to reset and all of that. But during the pandemic, we got from Nesbeth Blood Letter, which is a powerful song. I mean, a song that focuses on Black empowerment, equality, and pride.
Right.
Talk to us, Nesbeth, a little bit about the inspiration for Blood Letter.
Right.
And you also spoke before we went to Phil Watkis, you're talking about doing songs that are timeless. Do you think Blood Letter will be a song that will resonate with generations to come?
Yeah, man, all the music done, Blood Letter still stand up.
Timeless.
Yeah, man, so again, Blood Letter really and truly, the time I put out Blood Letter was the time it was supposed to go there, because, of course, you would have seen the injustice, you know, with black in general across the globe. And, of course, you know, some people probably have, you know, words that they're saying that, you know, coming, you know, black groups that, you know, is fighting against just about every injustice that we would have met along the way.
Right.
And so we just put paper to pen and pen to paper and decide that, you know what, I'm going to send out a song. It's not a song that you will catch the right as you hear it.
Right.
It's something that I have to process. And you'll have to sit down and dissect it to get the full understanding of what it is. And so the other day I sent out the acapella.
Right.
And there's so many people who responded to it. Like sometime the message of the song got lost with the beat. Because sometimes the beat is overpowering the song. And so sometimes people just hear the beat. But when you hear the song itself on an a cappella note, then it really and truly, because me people call me and I say, no man, that song is normal, you know, and I see people them would have gotten the song before.
Right, but
so again, I think the time for it was at that time. We're still doing promotion on it, because at the end of the day, it have to go into the people bloodstream. When I sing no song round here, we're going to get park run a one part over one place.
Run a file 13.
You see me I say?
Right.
So
and the video too, Nesbeth, like the video is absolutely powerful, and you are very instrumental in the production of Blood Letter. Do you find that because you had the ability to just utilize your full creativity, it's all Nesbeth, that you just went all in with this one, where we feel your soul, we feel everything in this?
Yeah, but it was good that you guys, you know, were feeling it from that angle.
Yes, man.
I will not take credit for just about everything that made the video what it is. I was working with a team that, you know, the collaborated effort would have bring out the best.
Right.
And of course, I understand the significance of the song. I understand that this song is not a song to be overlooked. So again, putting pen to paper and then singing the song, recording the song, you know, it was another phase of the song to bring forth the video. And if the video cannot depict what the song is saying, it makes no sense.
That's true.
So of course, definitely they'd have to go all out to make sure whoever was slow on words will be
the
visual and it will connect with them, because a lot of people will catch the words as they hear it, but some people are more for the visual. So again, I could not go high with the words of the song, recording the song, and then drop short as it relates to the visual. Right. Everything have to connect. So, and again, as I said, I have a team that the vibe and the energy is always right. And when we're on duty call, then we just have to go
all hands
full
on
force,
deck.
all out, because it never get done until it get done.
We're out of, we're getting a little bit where we're coexisting with COVID now, and shows are up and we're open full time now. Where can your fans connect with you? What's your schedule like in terms of performances and shows and so on?
Well, I'm supposed to leave this weekend, go somewhere in the Caribbean. I think over Anguilla, around about that,
Oh, but round about that. Yeah.
And of course, and I have some more things to do, including the Marcus Garvey celebration inside the RAFM courtyard. That I am looking forward to that event. And I'm looking forward to so many other events. I'm supposed to be in Europe in the latter part of the year touring and so on and so forth. And of course, if I'm going to be in Europe, then I'm going to be in the UK as well.
Right.
And my team is speaking to me about even venturing the motherland, Africa.
No, that would be
so
nice.
There's a whole lot of thing in the pipeline. So it's just the best. And as I said, COVID kind of give it is like that the energy that was supposed to be out there was bottled up. So the fact that the door or the gate is open now, we're definitely going to be spreading our wings across the four corners of the earth. So
as you mentioned, the Marcus Garvey celebration, Nesbeth, it's not just a celebration. You have been here before. It's not just a celebration that's, for entertainment, but it's to inspire and uplift. You said that you're looking forward to it. What will your message be for the Marcus Garvey celebration?
My message is always what my message is, I am for the people, from the people, and I represent the people in every way, shape, and form.
Like that.
So it would not be anything different, because it's not like I'm telling you that I am used to wear a particular cap, but at the Marcus Garvey celebration, here I am with a felt. No, so you have to definitely get a Nesbeth. I am for the people. And again, I not speak like no politician around here neither.
Right.
Because sometimes some are so blind that more while we have to give them it from a harsh angle. Because me and you know how the people mind operate in a them psyche. I know the choppings are going on enough people if I'm not choppings them in it. So more while you have to try to chop them out of choppings, and get them on one part over one place.
See, management in here, I bust a blank for that the chopping argument there.
So
you need to get the chop on them off the road.
So the Marcus Garvey celebration will definitely be saying everything. The name of the show, the name of the event, aligned with the biggest reggae radio station, RAFM, and you guys look forward to bring forth such a celebration every year. And by this, it has already been across the world. Everybody know about the celebration. And once you hear Marcus Garvey name, and it's a Marcus Garvey celebration, then what else you gotta think? Exactly. It have to be everything that Marcus Garvey stands for.
So true. So true.
And big up yourself for lending your talent and your time
all the time
to the initiative.
All the time.
Yeah, I always do that, but I don't know if next year I have to go get some money. I feel like
well, you're talking to the right person. Sibone's in front of you.
No. Anybody wear shorts
His
and
management.
have money.
You know what that means? When you wear shorts, you can't afford a full pants. A half price, a half pants to wear. So you know the things thin.
Sure.
But you know what the things on this bit, and we want to give you your flowers while you're here. And I remember way back in the day, you would support anything for Irie.
Yeah.
You do you remember them rough road show?
Look feet all when me the book feet.
When you look feet, you can bones want the show now keep again. Me say, boy,
go on.
Go on, you know. And we always have to say thanks to you because you will always find out what is going on. And even if it is that we're at a place and you can drive and meet us there.
What? Man,
you used to drive and meet us there and say, all right.
Sometimes not even gas in the tank. And you will never know. I wonder how me reach. But guess what? When me go up on the stage and come off at them time, I start say, but wait.
But you look like we have to go walk.
Yeah, but Ira FM, and I've always, and it's really and truly, it is coming from the depths of my heart. And Ira FM, along with some other medium, would have contributed to Nesbeth being Nesbeth. You know what I mean? So again, I always take the time out. I see where and how I can make my contribution to just about anyone that would have lent an helping hand to Nesbeth while on the journey. I am still climbing because the biggest Nesbeth them don't hear as yet.
I'm sure.
And again, I am going to be one of the biggest artists ever to come around the Caribbean region. And you need to write down that in your book. And I am not just going to talk because I have a superstitious mind. I am going to make that come to pass. So again, as I said, along the journey, I have to acknowledge the people who would have given their support to me. And Ira FM is one of such.
Well, I wanted to change the phrase when you were saying you're going to be. Yeah. You know, take out the going.
No, I can't say that. And the reason why I can say that is because, of course, a lot of people look up to Nesbeth.
Of course.
You know, reflecting on where I'm coming from to where I'm at now.
Right.
But I can tell you.
Yeah.
and listening to your reasoning too, like you know, you are about gratitude, you are about giving credits where it is due,
my motto,
and you're still growing.
Yeah, what's
Kashima,
your motto?
Kashima, you see, my motto, I will not take anything from anyone that I cannot give back something in return, either cash or kind. My extended motto. You understand what I say? You see, basically, I just want to say this, and I am saying it from just every member, every bone in my body.
Right.
I not believe in taking anything from anybody when me can't give back something in return.
Right.
Sometimes financially I may not be there, but I will find other ways that I can compensate.
Exchange is no robbery.
I reach down to that part. You understand what I say?
Right.
Yeah, and all right, because, so that's my extended motto. You understand what I say?
True.
My extended motto. My motto is that I will make it with or without the assistance of any individual.
I agree with that. That's me too.
So, me upon that journey, kudos to everybody who would have given me an helping hand. But I can tell you, I see myself reach already before I start the journey.
Right.
And I am going there, and I am going to get there. It's like that is the mindset I have from the get-go. So anybody asks me, Nesbeth, where you did that think before you reach which part you reach? May I tell you, I have a tunnel vision that it will. It's either it go work.
You're focused right there.
It's either it go work or it go work. There's no other way.
The failure part is not an option.
No, man.
That's right.
But look, 90% of what is holding a lot of persons back is their mindset.
Of course.
If it's not right, you're not going to get there. So first you have to get it right in your mind. So again, you're on your path. But as you mentioned compensation, I don't know if you've seen Nesbeth's big online competition, giving away cash prize along with gym membership. We're talking about stay home, stay. Tell us about this contest and the cash prize and the gym membership that you're giving away.
You're ready for my cash?
Devil come to me with a deal. Him say sign and say if you're not boss next week, tell the little girl she leave the youth them astray, you know, see said them wake, you know, see you're too black, you need for bleach.
What?
Sell me your soul if you want your Grammy reach, if you want to start trend every week. Me no want be number one if me have to play to fate. Nothing in a life don't free.
No, sir.
Him say, I know where you want and where you plan for do fate, but all when me broke like dog, me nah sell me soul fig up on top. Nah, sell out for your custom car. Nah, sell out for your Boston Rolly. All right, remember answer Kashima.
Here we go.
Devil come to me with a deal. Him say sign and say if you're not boss next week. Tell the little girl she afraid. You the youth them a straight, you know sister them wake. You know see your too black, you need for bleach. Sell me your soul if you want the Grammy rich. If you want to start trend every week. Me no want be number one if you have to play 2 feet. Nothing in a life don't free. Him say I know what you want, what you plan for do fit, but all when me broke like that, me nah sell me soul figure on top. Me nah sell out for your custom car. Nah sell out for your Boston Rolly. All when me broke like that, me nah power figure impress girl. Me nah bend over for injection. Me we go and stay, oh me stay, yeah man. Me we go and stay, oh me stay normal. Work every day and pray, yeah man. Low profile like this, yeah man. Trench town youth, so me stay, yeah man. Nah follow nobody, me a wait and plan. Me a go and stay, oh me stay, yeah man. Stay, oh me stay, oh me stay, oh me stay, oh me stay.
No, sir. No.
Stay, yeah, man.
What a tune, you.
Tell me how the competition work now and the prizes.
Well, the competition, and me know say by we done bones like a one in anything in the money in the
Oh, you know.
Yes.
Rich.
Anyway,
Yes.
so what happened is that the competition, what is asked of the contestant is to sing the song, you know, from the top, and go straight to the punchline, which is about 1 minute long. And they must do a video, and they must put it up and hashtag a few, you know, of the sponsors, and I will repost them. And so it is the video with the most like. So it's called the Stay or Mistake competition. 1,000 US, which is $150,000 for the first prize winner, and it is all courtesy of Ray Rum.
Okay.
You understand, which you know is Ray and Nephew, but it's Ray Rum is sponsoring the 150,000.
Okay.
And then on the second prize, the second prize goes to it is 500 US. Denal Barnes Law.
Okay.
You know, sponsor 500 US. The
Right.
third prize now is Slush Car. Gave 300 US to anybody come third. And for the most creative videos, the most creative video, walk away with a 3-month gym membership from Spry Training. That's Spry Gym.
Right.
You understand me? I say so. And I choose this time around, not just I, myself and my team, we sat down and say, what can be your contribution to the Jamaica 60th anniversary? And what can also be your contribution to Emancipation Day? Now, when you really zoom in on the song, it says, steer or me steer.
True.
So it's really encouraging one not to be misled by whatever the world possess. You know, it is easy to be misled.
Right.
So we're trying to use this song as a song that can, you know, give you a direction to stay on track. You understand? So of course, you know, Emancipation Day is around the corner. True. So what is best to teach the people how to stand up for themselves and be who they want to be instead of being who other people want them to be. And sometimes, you know, them give them little cash for them to be that. And so because it's trying time, people will easily slip off. So again, you know, this song is one of such a guideline so that they can stay focused, understand the importance of knowing themselves and moving forward. And then Jamaica 68 now is like, it is not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So again, of course, you know, the government have planned them big celebration, but if each of us can make our own contribution in our own ways, then Jamaica can very well be a better place. So,
but as you speak about the government and Jamaica being a better place, it now brings us to Who Responsible, a collaboration with you and Bounty Killer.
That me want to
hear.
Yeah. Youth.
Well on. So, I'll tell the people them is Nesbeth Reggae. The competition will be closing off on the 31st of July 2022. So, you know, we have probably about 11 contestants. From once you go on Nesbeth Reggae, that's my Instagram name, Nesbeth Reggae, you can watch the videos, and you can also do your video and send it in. If you know you can get enough likes so that you can walk away with the prize. Now that is out of the way. Kashima.
Yes.
Bounty Killer, Nesbeth.
That's the one. You.
Who is responsible?
Who responsible? First of all, how did that, musical hookup and the entire idea for a Nesbeth and a Bounty Killer to be on a track and, tackle the some of the ills happening in society the way you both did?
Well, I remember Bounty Killer is a man who always reach out to you when the time is right.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Because again, I remember him, coming to show his support when my wife passed on. Rest in peace, Anne-Marie Elliott, you don't know. And bless up my kids them because me not go up on no interview or go nowhere at all and left them out. I love my kids them. So back to the Bounty Killer thing now. So Bounty Killer, at the time when my road manager, was in that situation. Bounty called me, but I was in New York. I was in Brooklyn to be exact. And Bounty called me and said, youth, how I going? You know Bounty style already. And he must say, Nesbeth, say, I check up on you because me hear what go on and you're a road manager. I don't know your road manager is not troublemaker. Because when I step in the street them way there, we step militant in the street. And we love everybody. So anybody who not love we are people who not love themselves.
True.
You understand me? I say so Bounty and a lot of artists and whoever is a part of the fraternity would have known that Nesbeth no step certain way in the street.
Right.
You understand? So him call and him a say, no man, your road trouble people and so on.
Right.
And me hear we go on, but me I tell her say, yo, stay strong and our prayers and them thing there. And him say, at the end of his conversation, him say, yo, Nesbeth a time, So me I say, time. I must say, yeah man, we need to get that thing started. We need to do a collab. Right. So me I say, yo, are you name Rodney aka Bounty Killer, So if you have said that to me, who am I to say it's not time?
Right.
So I say, all right, I'm ready. And him say, I'm going to send forth the beat. So when him send forth the beat, and him ended up sending a different beat because something did wrong with the first one. And we decide, say, all right, we're going to just do what we need to do. But the long and short of it, who is responsible? The next thing you know, bam, who is responsible jump out. So
what? Wait a second, Shiva, I hear it. You ready?
Yeah, look here. This is like a staple on my playlist.
Exactly. But we want for the people.
Who and who? Them a point finger at me and you Nesbeth out for responsibility. Fi you them a depend on so and curfew me. Who responsible? When the youth them turning a gangster and rebel, Mr. and rebel, who responsible? People out the staffing food still taxable. So me asking you say a conspiracy, but me live to see. The system no really consider we have big account, but not take accountability. Society no really consider we. Blind can't lead, blind and deaf can't tell no. Grab them up, visit no some councillor sell no. Kaboom! Who's to blame when guns and ammunition send no? Well, some of them a chat just like say them have 10 no. Everything a race, them gun now go race go. That now go save me and that now go save you. You see know the anger, the gun and the violence are enslave you. You see flames I give you and burn down. Who responsible? When the youth them turn in a gangster and rebel, Mr. and rebel, who responsible? People out the stuff in food still taxable. So me asking you say a conspiracy, but me live to see. The system no really consider we have big account, but not take accountability. Society no consider we.
So look where we have now the youth them grow. Things where we teach them and that them know. Only God can save us, not so. Yeah, hear me, bro. First thing first, the nation on earth. And not just know what generation alert. So the youth them say, well, if a dirt, then a dirt. Can't get no employment, so they make the jigger work. From way up, if I did that, so kill a verse. If me hungry again, then it's a bag of thing a burst. So who
who them a go blame when this is just the adverse effects of the medicine where Babylon serve.
Are them responsible? When the youth them, when the youth them, when the youth them, when the youth them, when the youth them.
Lord.
Boy.
When tune bad.
No, that tune bad. That tune bad. Who responsible? No.
Yeah, who responsible? We still waiting for the answer.
Yeah, but you
right?
know, yeah, we don't get an answer yet. Question was asked, but we didn't get an answer. That's so true.
We're waiting for the response. But where did the time go? I mean, it's always a really good vibe talking with Nesbeth.
For real.
And big up yourself and thank you for sharing your journey on the road to success, season 3.
Yeah.
That was absolutely epic. So bless up yourself.
Nesbeth, thank you for reaching it. Hey, first in studio, buzz with you since the pandemic.
Yeah, man, you don't know nothing never happened before the time. And again, we're on a journey. And, you know, it's not a journey for just Nesbeth team to be proud of Nesbeth. It is a journey for every Jamaican to be proud of Nesbeth because I represent the beautiful and the bright side of Jamaica. Right. I understand there's a dark side of Jamaica.
Very dark.
But guess what? I represent the bright and the beautiful side. So I heal up all of the youth them in the garrison. And say wake is either one thing I can say, you have to just wise and live or fool and dead. It's not gonna other way.
Right.
Zimbabwe, yeah, my place, jungle, Angola, you know, all across Rima, Jonestown. Straight across Maxwell Avenue. All about. You see me I say? I just one love straight across the board. And again, I always feel proud that Nesbeth will chat the ground when Nesbeth chat because I'm not just doing this for myself. Enough youth came up to a situation like myself. Some wasn't that firm, and so why they would have gone off track. But I remain to stay firm, not just for myself, but to also show youth out there that face similar challenges that you can stand firm. If you want to stand firm, you can stand firm.
True.
Because everything that will make you stand firm is there. You just have to find that influence and just stand firm. We lose a lot of youth. And I understand families and friends drop short along the way. So the youths them that is still standing, I wish and I hope that you will use the journey, the mishap of the journey to strengthen yourself so that you will not fall along the wayside like many have done. Some of them, we just couldn't help it. Some you die in a trial and error.
Right.
Sometimes we go through it and still standing. There were times when me don't know if me I gonna live to see the next day in the bones.
Right.
So my life never pretty, you know. We walk through the buckles and the stones, you know.
Right.
You know, the same boardhouse burned down and we talk
Mm.
about guns out this morning, you know. So me no want a man sinners better drive and feel like say me did always a drive.
Right.
Me remember the days of getting kicked off a bus, and I have to walk off of the journey, go which part me I go.
Wow.
Take embarrassment from doctor because me couldn't afford to pay my fare. So I understand the whole of them thing because there's youth now that is going through similar situation.
So true.
But again, I held on and I stand firm and I more drift to the youths them, to people that can keep me going. You know what I say? Because sometimes as a youth, you lost.
Right.
And you try find yourself because you're ending up a live and if you learn at the same time. You know, like you're taking a test and at the same time you try to do your research. That is life because sometimes we grew up around people where they're as dumb as we.
Right.
And it doesn't matter how old they are. It's like if we say, yo, I'll right, we are going to them say true. So don't ever watch a man age and think say age bring forth wiseness.
Wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom. A man way whole and don't know what time is it. So again, I salute every youth in the garrison. Salute the whole Jamaica. I don't just know say Nesbeth, Mr. My Dream, success story, remove my enemies, will always be here for you. Team Nesbeth, Tasha Manley is impact in the building, and you don't know Jummy.
Yes, sir.
And big up my kids them, and again, Kashima Francis, you know, say more love and bones. I FM our place. Some of us can't wait.
Yes.
For the celebration come round, because I definitely have my suit already. Yes. I don't get the shoes yet, but.
You're so far.
Nesbeth, it's always a pleasure, my man. Brother. Yes.
Thank you for making the time to head down to reach here. And
so
of course,
and Sunday,
reach early.
August 21, you'll see Nesbeth live. Courtyard.
We're pretty much out of time. Want to say a special thanks to everyone who made the EBUZZ possible. And of course, we want to say thanks to our team right here. We want to say thanks to our engineer, studio engineer DJ Kamar, of course, telephone operator Jody Ann Dawkins, and of course, social media specialist Peter Broadba. Not true.
And our production assistants Shamara, Vivian, and Jody Ann. Thank you.
Thanks to Omar Perrin and Trilla for Merciless.
And also Nesbeth, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, man, and condolences to Merciless families and friends. I do not know Merciless to say, you know, from a personal point, but Merciless, when you click on his musical journey,
my goodness,
then it shows that you cannot overlook a name like Merciless.
Absolutely.
Merciless, the girl that love me more and curse me less.
Yeah.
That is Merciless.
Yeah.
Definitely. We're out of time. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Muta Baruka is up next.